Is that annoying?
I mean, it's just normal amounts of you.
That's fair. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of the worst.
No.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right. You're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew, and over there's Brandon.
That's me.
You can find us online at namely90s.com or on Twitter and Instagram at namely90s with a 90s. You can also find the show on YouTube every Monday at namely90s.com/YouTube. And finally, if you'd like to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/namely90s with a 90s and subscribe to one of our support levels. And Brandon's being obnoxious with his camera. He complained that I have a giant head, which is not untrue. That was the entire argument. He said, you have a giant head. That's exactly how it happened.
That's exactly what I said. Actually, you offered it up first, to be in my defense.
Yeah, true.
And also, they won't see the shenanigans that I was doing since my camera's stationary. I was moving my webcam.
But won't they see you with your webcam in the frame?
Only once it got it directly in front of my face.
Yes, that's what she said. What?
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, second week of December now.
Yes. The holidays, they are approaching.
We're now panicking that we don't have everything recorded and edited and ready to go.
Yes, we are.
For the specials.
At least I have all my Christmas shopping done, which probably isn't even true, and I don't do it anyway.
Yeah. We're doing stocking stuffers this year, and it's like nothing is cheap anymore, so I don't know how to do stocking stuffers for the family. That's
true.
Right?
Nothing is cheap anymore.
And even on top of that, it's like you want to go shop and support local, and nothing is cheap if you're supporting local. That's the whole point.
True.
So I have no idea what I'm doing for Christmas gifts this year. Whereas when I was in the LA area, there's like the Japanese Daiso store, which is like their dollar store. Mm-hmm. Like, $1.50 for like a frying pan. It's just like
I think we have one of those in Alderwood now.
In Alderwood, we used to have one in Alderwood.
Daiso, or did it close?
It was a Daiso. It closed at some point. It was over by what I want to say is Sears, or it was Sears, and then across from the Seahawks sports store.
There is one in Linwood.
Oh, and then it moved like off-site to the
it's
in
now
the back area, and that closed too.
It's now next to the DXL men's clothing store by the Shane Company and the Macy's mattress store,
which is over by the Wine Total.
It's across from the Macy's main entrance from the outside.
Oh, so it's in the mall again?
No, it's outside the mall.
Okay.
You go out the main Macy's entrance on the outside of the mall
towards the Cheesecake Factory.
No, Macy's on the backside.
Oh, gotcha. Towards the Claim Jumpers.
Yes,
or
exactly.
What is it? It's an Anthony's.
If you're looking at a map, Macy's is to the north, Claim Jumper is to the west.
That's still
Daiso
there?
is due south.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
By the kind of between the Macy's mattress store and the Shane Company and the See's Candy, kind of in that area.
Oh, over in that. Oh.
Yeah.
Like where the Azteca used to be.
Yes. Is the Azteca gone?
I'm pretty sure. I think so.
No.
I haven't seen an Azteca in a long time.
We have one here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's not gone then.
You're like, all right then.
But yeah, but then I'm not flying in until the 21st.
Ooh, that's going to be cutting it real close.
So yeah, I don't usually what I do is I buy all of my stuff and have it shipped to where I'm staying.
Yeah, that Aztec is long gone. It's a DXL men's apparel now.
Oh, I was wondering why my shirts smelled of cumin.
Like tortilla chips.
Yeah.
What's that smell?
It's a little greasy in here, and I'm not being racist.
But if you're the type of guy who eats at Azteca a lot, you might need a DXL. I sure do.
I used to
Good
eat
Lord.
Azteca. Yeah, I know. I need to. It's like I wasn't eating great the week leading up to Thanksgiving. Basically, I ate as very well over Thanksgiving weekend, and now I'm struggling to get back on any sort of normal type of eating regimen.
Yes, I too hate myself. What?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't hate myself. I just think I should use a few pounds
speak for yourself
before I get home. And I also hate myself. But no, I need to. Like today, I was just like, I should go outside. And now it's dark at 4:30. That's a good representation of my day. And then I went to like 4 grocery stores.
Oh, I hate that.
What?
Going to 4 grocery stores?
Yeah. So I went to 5 grocery stores to do my Chex Mix. Because they all didn't have ingredients that I needed. So I went to Costco for the cashews. This is welcome to Namely Foods again, everyone. Namely Chex Mix. I went to Target to get the Chex Mix, and they stopped selling the pretzels that I now chose to use in my Chex Mix, the Dots pretzels. You heard about this?
No.
They're like a Midwestern pretzel that was started in Arizona. And,
I know the company.
Oh.
But what pretzel specifically?
The original twist. Dots.
Oh.
Dots.
We had those at one point recently.
Well, they used to sell them at Target here, and now they don't. So I was like, okay, fine. Another place I have to go find it. And I thought they had it at our California Fresh, which is our local IGA, which is where I got the Gardetto rye chips from, because you can't have Chex Mix without those rye chips.
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. Like people that put bagel chips in your Chex Mix, like, what are you doing? That's not a rye chip.
Punishable by death.
Those are gross. Don't put them in your Chex Mix.
Super gross. Like, do you want to turn your mouth into a desert? Just chew on one of these.
Yeah. Like, you're already just putting dry cereal into your mouth. You don't need a bagel chip. So they had the Gardettos, but they didn't have the Dots there either. So then I had to go to our local Vons, which is a Safeway affiliate. And luckily they had it there. So was that only 4?
I despise going to multiple grocery stores for my basic shopping.
I went to Ralph's because I thought I'd seen Dots there as well. And they had the flavor. They had the other flavors, but they didn't have the original. So that's 5. 4.
That's too many.
5. Well, I mean, our Costco. Do you remember when we were kids? Costco would like have the 3-pack of Chex that you could purchase during the holidays, so you could make your Chex Mix. Do you remember that? No,
I don't.
We bought it.
I feel like Wheat Chex always came in like an awkwardly small box.
It does, and that's good. But they used to do like a 3-pack at Costco of the corn, rice, and wheat Chex around the holidays, because it's people would make it and then have like so much wheat Chex left over.
Supply chain issues?
No, it's been over a decade at this Costco, and they've not had it. I don't know. It irritates me because then I have to go over to the Target, and the Target has like 7 different Chex flavors, but not always the 3 core for your
Chex.
Chex
Holiday
Mix.
Pumpkin spice Chex. You're like, whoa.
The chocolate Chex, banana nut Chex. They're doing the same thing to Cheerios now. It's like, I don't need
Czech Republic Chex. No.
I don't think you should be able to buy that at a Target.
They're made of human flesh.
Oh boy. So that's Namely Chex Mix for you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But it did make it's like, I think I've now perfected my Chex Mix recipe. Cause I asked one of my aunts last year, cause I was like, how do you get the little clumpy, the wheats with the clumpies and do you know what I'm talking about? When it has like, they're like clumped together in the mix and it's like just a flavor bomb when you bite. Okay.
How you doing that? What are you coating that puppy in?
Well, so you take the butter mixture, put it at the bottom of your mixing bowl, then throw the wheat Chex in the bottom and then pile it on top and mix around. So that's the key. You gotta get it in the you gotta let the wheat Chex soak in it first.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What's that?
Roasted nuts that like where the flavor doesn't stick to them.
Oh, it just sticks to your fingers?
Yeah, or like it's at the bottom of the bowl, but like the nuts don't actually hold the seasoning.
Like anytime you would do anything to a peanut?
What I learned is egg white.
Oh.
You take a little egg
roast
white,
your own nuts?
beat it lightly.
Uh-huh.
Beat your egg white lightly so it foams up a little bit, and then you put that, and that coats the nuts. Then you put on the seasoning, and then you bake it.
Oh. That makes sense. I use the microwave technique for the Chex Mix because it's so much faster. Similar result.
Yes. Well, anyway, now that we've talked about Chex Mix for 1,000 years, let's talk about December of 1999.
Now that we've alienated 98% of our callers, let's reward the other 2% with a commercial.
I prefer Crispix Mix. You can go to hell.
Oh, there's the Hawaiian mix with the honeycomb, and you don't use the wheat. And travel back with me, listeners, to December of 1999. On the 1st, Jay-Z stabs a record executive at a nightclub in New York. On the
wow, didn't see that one coming.
Just right off the bat. On the 3rd, Tori Murden becomes the first woman to cross the Atlantic by rowboat alone. On the 7th, the Recording Industry Artist Alliance, the RIAA, sues Napster for copyright infringement. Napster, remember Napster? I think we talked about Napster.
Yes, we did.
On the 16th, Linda Hamilton and James Cameron get divorced after 2 years of marriage. Do you know who that is?
James Cameron is
the director
from the boy band. No, I don't know. Of Titanic.
Yes.
Among others.
Avatar.
Titanic 2. The college years.
Terminator 1 and 2.
Oh, really? He did Terminator?
Yes, the first two, I believe. That's where he met Linda Hamilton, who plays Sarah Connor.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. I see.
There we go. And the light goes off. I think
Trust me, the light's always off. Right in here.
The light's always on. On the 17th, Mario Party 2 is released in Japan, January 2000 for North America. That's the Nintendo 64 as well, I believe. That's the one that Nintendo got sued for because the kids were using their palms to do the rotation on the terrible Nintendo joystick, which is probably why you can't find a good working N64 controller out there.
Right.
But the children would get injured on their palms, and then the parents would sue Nintendo for having a mini game where you had to twist the thing as fast as you can.
That's really stupid.
Yep. Welcome to America. On the 20th, Portugal returns Macau to China. Didn't even know they had Macau.
But do they have your sheep too?
That was a good one. That's a good one. On the 22nd, Harvest Moon 64 is released. It's released in North America. Harvest Moon 64. On the 23rd, Gran Turismo 2 is released for the PlayStation 1. Did you have that one?
Yes, I believe we did.
Nice. On the 31st, Boris Yeltsin resigns as president of Russia, leaving Prime Minister Vladimir Putin as acting president.
It is Yeltsin, by the way.
Oh, is it Yeltsin?
Yes.
I always like saying
that's like some weird Russian way of saying it or spelling it.
Yes, that makes sense. In the box office, on the 5th, we have A Christmas Carol airing on TNT, starring Patrick Stewart. So not the box office, really. On the 10th, we have Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. That's spelled wrong in our notes. Starring Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is a carrot. On the 10th as well, The Green Mile. On the 12th, we have Switching Goals, starring the Olsen Twins, a direct-to-video, actually direct-to-DVD release. On the 17th, Anna and the King, Bicentennial Man, and Stuart Little. On the 21st, Girl Interrupted. On the 22nd, we have Man on the Moon, starring Jim Carrey. This was the kind of biopic for do you remember Andy Kaufman?
Biopic?
I hate how people say biopic. It's a portmanteau of biographical picture. And people didn't even realize it. It's just like, oh, I always just thought it was a biopic.
Wow.
On the 25th, we have, Here I Come to Save the Day. I wanted to do that. On the 25th, we have Galaxy Quest and The Talented Mr. Ripley. And in the Billboard charts, number 1 for December 1999, in from October, and for the entire month is Smooth by Santana featuring Rob Thomas.
I'm sorry, that song absolutely slaps. I'm just saying.
It does.
It really does.
As the kids say, it slaps.
Do kids say that?
They do not. 5 years ago, they would have called it a bop. That's all.
What do they say now?
A jiggy? I don't know. Tell us, Twitter at namely90s90s. What do the kids say now when there is a bop or a slaps or a...
When it was slaps before or after bop?
I think slaps was after. I think it was before.
Okay.
I think it was around. They were similar. Maybe they do say slaps now. I don't know. I don't watch those React videos anymore. And for the second week in December 1999, we have number 3, I Want to Love You Forever by Jessica Simpson. Number 4, I Need to Know by Mark Antony. Number 6, I Knew I Loved You by Savage Garden. I think that was the one where he knew he loved her before he met her. He thought he dreamed her into life. At number 8, Mambo number 5, A Little Bit Of by Lou Bega. Number 9, Waiting for Tonight by Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
Number 10, A Girl on TV by LFO. Number 11, Steal My Sunshine by Len. That was on our list, or the thing from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Len.
Quiz.
Yeah.
Steal My Sunshine. Number 19, When the Morning Comes by Smash Mouth. There's a typo in my notes. Number 20, Someday by Sugar Ray. Number 21, Heartbreaker by Mariah Carey featuring Jay-Z. Number 23, parentheses, You Drive Me, close parentheses, Crazy by Britney Spears.
Ooh, not a good look there, Britney.
But is it okay if she is, though?
Is she, though?
Isn't she? Number 2, she had a conservatorship for the last...
Well, that's for the courts to decide, sir and ma'am. Wait, what?
They released her from it. Number 24, Meet Virginia by Train. Actually, the day we're posting it, she posted an IG photo of her kissing her new boyfriend, and her new boyfriend just hand straight up in that ass.
Hopefully she'll shave her head again.
Wow.
Apparently
just to be clear, we support the Free Britney movement. That's all. Apparently
it's super weird, but
number 24.
I just hope she's figured out her mental health situation, because we all shouldn't we?
Right.
Get the help we need if we need it.
And if you're lonely during these December months, you should get the Get Help app from the App Store with the promo code NAME90s with a 90S. We're not actually.
No, but seriously.
Is it Good Help? Get Help?
I don't know. Got milk? The guy from Smash Mouth went crazy in October and then quit the band to go focus on his mental health, apparently.
Oh, was he the one that like assaulted the people on stage?
Something like that, yeah.
Number 24, Meet Virginia by Trey.
I remember that song.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't they also do Drops of Jupiter? Wasn't that Train?
Yes, Drops of Jupiter in her. And that's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the evening. Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome, sir. And now, back to the show.
You think you can silence me? Hi, everyone. How are you doing out there? Is there anything you listeners want us to talk about?
Did you know? Oh, wait.
Did you know?
Are we talking about stuff now?
Yeah. Anywhere you want to go, I believe is my line.
Did you know?
Yes.
That Hugh Laurie, my favorite actor, was in Stuart Little?
No. But just to circle back to when we talked about Cruella 3 weeks ago, or not, 101 Dalmatians, he's one of the henchmen for Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
we talked about that.
You said, "Oh my God, he's in it." I was like, "Yeah," but
but I know now. I mean, I looked it up.
Oh, I didn't realize he did that. He was in Stuart Little, really?
Yes,
was
absolutely.
he the dad?
I believe so.
No, I can't be right.
Look it up.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk about Stuart Little? Because you always seem to want to talk about Stuart Little.
I have very little recollection.
Did we talk about
Stuart Little? They adopt a mouse that is somehow their child, and then I don't care. I just like that Hugh Laurie's in it. That's all.
Even as a kid who you had no idea who Hugh Laurie was, you enjoyed
No, that I didn't like. I don't think I liked it. I didn't like anything.
I remember liking it. It had the kid from Little Nick. No. Well, I think he was in Little Nicky too. No, he wasn't. He was in. It was the kid from the Jerry Maguire.
Oh.
He's the voice of Sora in Kingdom Hearts. Nope, that's a different person. That's Haley Joel Osment. No, he's the kid from Jerry Maguire.
Still don't know.
Something Lipnicki. We talked about him at one point. Anyway, that's all.
How about Galaxy Quest?
Yes, Galaxy Quest.
Let me make an admission to you that's going to make you annoyed.
That you've never seen it.
I thought Galaxy Quest was I thought Starship Troopers was Galaxy Quest when you first talked about it
2 weeks ago. Okay.
For some reason, I thought that was that's the one with Tim Allen was the first thing that came to my mind. But you can see why I'd get them a little bit confused. To be fair,
a late 90s sci-fi movie.
Yes,
one's a parody that gives great respect to the source material, and the other one's a allegorical mess.
Yeah, I thought they were the same.
Yeah. No, this one also has a cavalcade of great actors. I don't know if that's actually a word. Galaxy Quest is a 1999 American science fiction comedy film, and it's a parody and homage to the science fiction films and series from Star Trek and its fandom. It stars Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman, Tony Shalhoub, Sam Rockwell, and Daryl Mitchell. And also there's a young Rainn Wilson in this, as well as a Justin Long, who plays a character named Brandon.
It's pronounced Sigourney, okay? Get it right.
And it was Long's first feature film. Is that actually how you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's the long and short of it.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
It depicts the cast of a fictional defunct cult television series, Galaxy Quest, who are drawn into a real interstellar conflict when they are visited by actual aliens who think the series is an accurate documentary.
Well, that's kind of a clever plot.
Yeah, and Tim Allen plays like a Shatner-esque character. He's like full of himself, always taking off his shirt.
The movie was universally panned by critics.
It didn't get great results in the theaters, but it became like kind of a cult classic, and it's widely regarded as favorable among the Star Trek cast as well.
Tim Allen is most coked up. Wait, no, I don't think that was the right timing, but
and yeah.
In a world where Tim Allen is considered funny. Oh yeah.
So basically the 90s.
Did you watch that clip I sent you?
Just now?
With the voiceover guy?
Oh no, I forgot to. I was out doing things. I'll have to check
we're
that
oot
later.
In a boot.
Out in a boot.
Headed up to Canada and we're oot in a boot.
Oot in a boot. We should also mention Green Mile Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest, I liked watching that as a kid. It was it very much was a love letter to the Star Trek like fandom. And it's kind of, I think it's probably one of the better Star Trek movies, even though it's not a Star Trek movie.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my 2 cents on that. The Green Mile was also something which we should probably bring up at some point. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I did not know it was by Stephen King or based on a Stephen King novel.
Yes.
Because I thought it was a very serious movie. I didn't realize there was like a supernatural element to it.
You don't remember the whole crux of it being the Michael Clark Duncan's character having like the ability to heal?
Nope.
Okay.
I just remember a giant inmate guy.
That was
Tom Hanks in a hat.
Yep.
That's about all I remember.
I remember. I feel like there was a mouse that like died. Like one of the guards stepped on a mouse or something, and then
it was Stuart Little.
It's good timing. Michael Clark Duncan's character like picks it up in his hands and cries into it, or his hands glow, and then the mouse scurries away because it's alive again. I don't know. I don't remember the entire plot of this movie, but I also remember Tom Hanks being in it, and apparently Bonnie Hunt was in it as well. Yeah.
Let me guess. It was universally panned by No, I was just kidding. I think it was critically acclaimed.
Yes, I believe it was as well. Something that wasn't critically acclaimed. This is my true favorite thing that we're going to be doing today is Switching Goals by Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Let me read the synopsis to you as fast as I can. 13-year-old twin sisters Sam and Emma Stanton are opposites growing up in Evansville. Sam is a star soccer player and a tomboy. However, she wants to attract boys. Emma is a popular girly girl who enjoys fashion and makeup, but she wants to be better at sports. Their dad, Jerry, one of the soccer coaches, is pressured by his wife, Denise, to pick Emma for the Hurricanes co-ed team. Just as Jerry is about to pick Sam for his team after round 2 of soccer tryouts is over, the Buzzards coach, William Holmes, picks Sam. But Sam is not thrilled to join a team which hasn't won in years, and Emma finds it difficult to please her dad. So the girls come up with a scheme. Well, that really derailed me. To switch places in soccer so each can be on the team they prefer. As a result, Sam learns about letting others share the spotlight, and Emma and Jerry finally become closer. Their mom catches them, and the girls have to go back to their original teams. When everyone else is mad at them, Sam and Emma both decide to quit soccer, but Jerry refuses to let them give up the sport. Dennis becomes the Buzzards' new coach, Denise becomes the Buzzards' new coach to prove her husband wrong and actually get the team into the finals. Along the way, Emma realizes her skill as a goalie and becomes a better athlete. At the finals, the Hurricanes' regular goalie, Richie, gets injured while blocking a kick and is replaced by Emma. At 20 seconds left, Sam kicks the ball into the goal and is blocked by Emma, tying the game. How does that happen? Tie the game? I think it leaves it tied. And the Buzzards and the Hurricane become co-champions of the Youth Soccer League organization tournament. Wow, that's straight from Wikipedia there. Sam gets a date with Greg. Richie goes on a date with Emma. Jerry learns that his daughters are equal, and that winning isn't everything. I need to go back and edit that Wikipedia page. That's terrible at the end there. Andrew's miming stabbing his eye.
Yeah, hopefully you can see the pen in my hand. Otherwise, that's not
something different.
Yeah,
that will be definitely edited later.
Let me hold up a blank sign. Hold on.
The real reason I want to do this because the Olsen Twins were a large part of the 90s, especially for people in our age group.
Can I just say that whole movie sounds freaking awful?
I don't think I've seen that one.
And
Actually, no, I
it's
did
just
see
like
that one.
One cliche after another. Oh my God.
It is a direct-to-video movie that they produced themselves. I think the only theatrical Olsen Twin movie that I remember was New York Minute. And that was in the 2000s at some point. But I thought, in honor of the Olsen Twins, being the Olsen Twins, we should play this BuzzFeed quiz to round out the show.
Oh, dear Lord.
And what is this BuzzFeed quiz, Andrew?
How well do you know oh boy.
Do you know which twin is Mary-Kate and which is Ashley?
The one in the URL is how well do you know these Hollywood twins?
Well, that's what the URL says, but the title says, do you know which?
So stupid.
Yeah. Mary-Kate or Ashley Olsen? Ashley or Mary-Kate Olsen?
It's Mary-Kate and Ashley, not Ashley and Mary-Kate. Nope.
But Ashley was born first.
Don't care. Backwards.
They're hard to tell apart, but if you think you know who is who, take the quiz below. Tap the one you think is Mary-Kate.
Oh boy.
Now tap Ashley. Wait, what?
Well, you're supposed to guess.
Right, but is it laid over the...
So I think they look very different.
Oh, is this a joke quiz? Oh, never mind. Okay.
I don't know. Like they look different, but I just don't know which one's which. So once I know which one's which, it'll be easy.
Okay, then I will give you the first one. So we're looking at a picture of them when they're, I want to say in their 20s at some gala event. Mary-Kate is on the right.
Mary-Kate. Mary-Kate's on the right on the next one. So the left is Ashley.
Okay, that is correct. They're using older photos now. They look completely different. Mary-Kate's on the left.
Mary-Kate's on the left.
Wow. This is not as fun as I thought it would be.
Ashley's on the left. When they're all wearing black?
Yes. The next one, they're also all wearing black. This isn't fun anymore. I thought it was when they were little kids.
This is super easy because Mary-Kate looks hella weird.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been able to tell them apart, but like this one...
8 out of 8. This is a dumb quiz. Also, they look horrifying. They look scary. What happened to them?
They grew up and got weird.
They look freaky. Like Ashley looks more normal. Mary-Kate was like, ugh. Like if I saw her like outside after dark, I'd go the other way.
The strange thing is, I had the crush on Mary-Kate when we were growing up, but now
well, she got real like a pointy, like severe face, and I don't like it. I don't have to like it. It's not for me to like, but I'm just saying.
Maybe we should take the "Are you more Mary-Kate or Ashley?" quiz.
Okay, how's that? Send me that.
Do you not see it down there on the?
No, I clicked off it as soon as humanly possible. Hold on.
No, I got the chat here.
Chat it up.
Chat it up. So instead of what we just played, we were going to be playing "Are you more Mary-Kate or Ashley?" This one has 29,000 points. And we're going to start by choosing one of the Olsen's clothing lines. Elizabeth and James, The Row, their Walmart line, or Olsen Boy with
Hey, I'm all about fancy trash, so I'm going Walmart line.
I feel like I should pick Olsen Boy with an E just because I don't know what that
Boy.
is. But I assume it's for men or possibly small
boys.
Boys, yes.
Choose a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. Billboard Dad, Passport to Paris, Holiday in the Sun, and It Takes Two.
Okay, so I've actually seen Passport to Paris and Holiday in the Sun.
I'm going It Takes Two.
I think that's a good one. Wasn't that the TV series that they were in? I'm going to pick Holiday in the Sun because that's the one I could remember watching as a kid.
Okay.
Choose a heartthrob from the straight to VHS days. Is it Ryan from Billboard Dad, Avery from Our Lips Are Sealed, Griffin from Holiday in the Sun, or James from Winning in London? Wow.
Ooh,
So Ryan looks like kind of Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer if you
But
made
12.
him into a 12-year-old. Avery looks like every generic male blonde-haired guy from the early 2000s. Griffin looks like he's way too old to be skeeving on the Olsen twins at their teenage years. And James from Winning in London looks like the guy from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
I mean, I had to go with James because that is Jesse Spencer from House.
That is Jesse Spencer from House.
Yeah,
What?
and also Chicago Fire, which is what started it all with the Chicago franchise.
I guess I'll go
Worst
with.
American accent ever.
I guess I'll go with Avery from Our Lips Are Sealed. Because he looks like a generic early 2000s dude. Choose a late 90s/early 2000s trend. Butterfly clips, chunky flip-flops. Oh, remember those? Small, round sunglasses or zigzag parts. That's when the hair is parted in the middle, but has a zigzag line.
I'm going zigzag part.
I guess I will go with butterfly clips.
When we're done with this, remind me to come back to the heartthrob question.
I will most likely not. Choose one of Mary-Kate and Ashley's co-stars. For what?
Just choose them.
Troyan Bellisario in Billboard Dad. No idea who that is. Michael Cera in Switching Goals. Hey, that's the movie we just talked about.
He's like very little.
Huh. Megan Fox in Holiday in the Sun. Jared Padalecki in New York Minute. Wow, really, Jared? Come on, dude. Who are you gonna go with?
Oh, hold on, I gotta look something up to decide.
Then I will steal Megan Fox in Holiday in the Sun, since I said I've already seen
I think
that
I've
one.
got it. I'm going with Troyan Bellisario because she is related. She is the daughter of Donald P. Bellisario, who created JAG and NCIS, and consequently didn't realize she is siblings to Sean Murray, who was in Hocus Pocus, who was also in NCIS.
Mind blown.
Yeah. And who did you get?
I got Ashley.
Ah, very good.
And there's no blurb, so just a gif of
I
her.
got Mary-Kate because I'm pointy and severe. Okay, so going up, Avery from Our Lips Are Sealed.
Yes.
Doesn't he look like a young version of Christopher McDonald?
I don't think I know who that is.
Look up Christopher McDonald. You'll know who he is instantly.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he's Biff Tannen. All you had to say was Biff Tannen.
Oh, is that Biff Tannen?
No, it's not. It's Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Shooter McGavin, but like a young version.
Yeah, because of the creepy eyes and forehead.
Yeah, it's real weird.
But who's that actor? Avery from Our Lips Are Sealed? Is that?
But yeah, Jesse Spencer. Nice. Coming in clutch there.
Wow. Scott Sawawal. I don't think he was in anything else.
That.
Sorry, Scott. You don't have an IMDb presence. Maybe he was just a boyfriend.
That is too weird.
That he was. I bet if we like went through all of the like direct to video Mary-Kate and Ashley movies, we could find so many young actors that we know. Willie Garson was in this as their Agent Norm. He might have. Agent Norm is FBI, I assume. Willie Garson from Sex and the City and all those.
Oh yeah,
the bald guy died recently.
The bald guy
died recently.
Oh,
Rip. Jim Meskimen looks familiar.
Meskimen.
Ryan Clark is I don't know. Who the heck is Avery? Why is he not in the top cast?
You are the Ashley to my Mary-Kate.
Wow, it is interesting how we balanced out like that.
Yes. You're the fun-loving, happy-go-lucky,
non like weird mole person.
Yes.
Honestly, now I no
And
longer
I look
have
like I'm about to cast a spell on you.
I no longer have a crush on the Olsen twins. I prefer their sister, that Elizabeth Olsen, since she's our age.
Who is the nephew of Donald P. Belisario. No, just kidding.
But we'll talk more about that in our 2021 Christmas specials. 12 days of Christmas specials this year, coming soon.
Our 12 days of Christmas specials special.
Yes. That's day 7. So on the 27th, look out for that. But anything else you want to say for December 1999?
Oh boy,
Why
I'm
didn't
not
we
looking
talk about
forward to
Y2K?
1990.
Yeah.
We're going to party like it's 19Y2K.
Well, I mean, we probably should have mentioned Y2K at some point in this
Y2K,
episode.
also known as the year 2000, was when a bunch of people panicked excessively because they thought that switching to the year 2000 would make every computer in the world think that it was 1900, which inexplicably somehow would have made a difference. I don't really know why changing 2 digits was such a big deal. Turns out it wasn't a big deal at all.
Because it would reset everything to 0. And so
We blew everything out of proportion.
It's just people writing crappy codes in the 90s, you know.
But like, clearly it was all unfounded because nothing happened.
Well, it wasn't unfounded. They had firms that like literally had to go in and change like code for everything that had any digital assets, like banking systems and stuff like that. But they did it. So
I still just don't understand why it was such a big deal. I don't think it would have actually been as bad as they thought.
Probably not, but you know, decentralized banks and whatever.
And then we had 9/11. So
yes, coming too soon. Namely 2000s. Namely aughts. No.
If we don't glitch out, because
anyway, that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday. Check the episode description for this week's supplemental Spotify playlist curated by yours truly. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Namely90s with a 90s, or find our personal accounts at bschwitty and at Namely Andrew, and tell us what you want us to talk about on future episodes. If you'd like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Namely90s, also with a 90s. Finally, you can also contact
talk to us.
You can contact us through our website, namely90s.com, which, again, I don't know why we have in here because you can't. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Y2K, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeart, Good Pods, and wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm Brandon, that's Andrew, and we will catch you next time. Drops of Jupiter in her head.